Hi, I'm Tanya. I'm a life coach and host of the Momentum Podcast, a personal growth and development podcast for moms. My goal to help you go from treading water to finding your flow in motherhood. I cover everything from getting your kids to sleep and managing meltdowns to improving relationships and handling the chaos so you can finally feel better and truly enjoy this fleeting time with your kids. I'm also a mom of three, married to my husband, Chris, whom I met in Cancun on spring break 18 years ago. Originally from Massachusetts, I now live in Northwest Indiana. I love spending time with my family, Peloton workouts, listening to a good podcast or audiobook, and geeking out over all things spirituality, personal growth, and productivity. Why I created this course. I didn't make this course because I'm naturally great at time management. I made it because I wasn't. When I became a mom, I realized just how crucial it was for my sanity. For the past 7 years, I've been learning, experimenting, and refining strategies to help me use my time wisely while staying present with my family. If you constantly feel behind and overwhelmed, you are not alone. Moms juggle a million things: schedules, meals, sick kids, laundry, and the never ending messes. Add in distractions and meltdowns, and even the most zen person would lose it. You might have tried systems to get organized, but ended up quitting when life inevitably got in the way. Maybe you've even told yourself, I'm just bad at time management. If that sounds familiar, step one is to stop saying that. Why? Because words shape your reality. When you label yourself as bad at time management, it becomes part of your identity. And once something becomes part of your identity, your brain works hard to prove it true, even if that means sabotaging your own success. As Tony Robbins says, the strongest force in the human personality is the need to stay consistent with how we define ourselves. That's why this course isn't just another rigid system that only works under perfect conditions. Instead, I'm giving you a simple, flexible system that works even in the chaos of motherhood. Life as a mom is unpredictable. Sick kids, sleepless nights, last minute schedule changes. If your time management system is too rigid, it will break under the weight of real life. That's why this course isn't about strict routines. It's about creating a structure that flows with life's bends. Lao Tzu's wisdom reminds us that true strength comes from being flexible. Just like plants that bend with the wind instead of snapping, you need a system that supports you without making you feel trapped. This course will help you build a routine that is structured but adaptable so that you can stay grounded no matter what life throws your way. In the words of Lao Tzu, men are born soft and supple. Dead, they are stiff and hard. Plants are born tender and pliant. Dead, they are brittle and dry. Thus, whoever is stiff and inflexible is a disciple of death. Whoever is soft and yielding is a disciple of life. The hard and stiff will be broken. The soft and the supple will prevail. Why this works? You might be wondering, will this actually work for me? Here's why this mini course is different. First, it answers the biggest question you have as a busy mom. How do I get it all done without feeling so overwhelmed? Instead of trying to cram more into your day, I'll show you how to create a system that works with your life, not against it. Second, you'll get a quick win, a simple, actionable strategy you can implement right away to feel more in control. No complicated systems or rigid schedules, just small shifts that make a big difference. And finally, this course provides a small but powerful transformation. By the end, you'll have a flexible system you can start using today to feel less scattered and more present with your family. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about getting more done, it's about creating space to truly enjoy this season of life. So, how do we make this happen? It all starts with the 5-minute reset. This simple yet powerful system is built on 4 key pillars: the 1-minute brain dump hack to clear mental clutter fast, the done in a day framework to tackle what's piling up, the 3 priorities rule to focus on what truly matters, and the present switch to help you shift out of overwhelm and into the moment. These are small but game changing habits that will help you feel more in control, less scattered, and more present with your family starting today. So, we'll start by talking about the 1-minute brain dump hack. Our brains hold on to mental clutter because they are wired for survival. We naturally try to keep track of everything: unfinished tasks, worries, reminders, because our brain sees them as important and doesn't want to forget them. This creates a constant mental load, making us feel overwhelmed and scattered. Think of your brain like a computer with too many open tabs. The more tabs you have running, the slower and more exhausted you feel. The key to feeling more in control isn't trying to remember everything. It's offloading mental clutter by organizing tasks, setting priorities, and creating a system that works for you, not against you. So, the solution is to declutter your mind. Reduce the cognitive load by emptying your brain. Set a timer for 1 minute and transfer everything that is swirling around in your head onto paper. This frees up extra memory, extra storage space in your brain for you to feel more clear and focused, allowing you to respond and perform better in whatever you are doing. Your action step: start by writing down your top 3 stressors so they stop looping in your mind. Then take 60 seconds right now and do a brain dump. Don't be a perfectionist about this. Don't edit yourself or waste any time contemplating what's the most important thing to get out of your head. Just literally set a timer for 1 minute and write down what comes to mind. It could be your to-do list, something you need to remember, or even something you just want to complain about. All right, now that you've cleared some mental space by getting those thoughts out of your head, let's talk about what to do next. Because let's be honest, there will always be more things to do than there is time to do them. The key isn't trying to do it all. It's having a simple system that helps you focus on what actually matters. That's where my done in a day framework comes in. It's built on 3 pillars that help you manage your time effectively without feeling overwhelmed. I call it the done in a day framework because it's all about getting the right things done without spinning your wheels or feeling like a failure at the end of the day. And it's based on 3 simple but powerful pillars. The first one is your big 3. Pick your big 3. Instead of a never-ending to-do list, you will focus on just 3 key priorities each day. These are the things that will make the biggest impact and help you feel accomplished instead of scattered. Number 2, time batching. Multitasking is a myth. Instead of constantly switching between tasks and feeling like you're making no progress, time batching helps you group similar tasks together so you can stay focused and get more done in less time. Number 3, the good enough rule. Perfectionism keeps you stuck. This rule helps you stop overthinking and start making progress by focusing on done instead of perfect. Because let's be real, your kids don't care if the laundry is folded perfectly, they just need clean clothes. Once you start using these 3 pillars, you'll notice a shift. You'll feel more in control of your time, more present with your family, and way less stressed about trying to do it all. So let's break it down and dive into each of these pillars. Let's talk about the 3 priorities rule, the simple way to focus your day so you actually feel productive and present instead of pulled in a million directions. Each day, you'll choose one priority task, one housework task, and one connection task. First up, the priority task. This is the most important thing you need to get done today. It could be something that moves the needle forward on a goal, a deadline you need to meet, or a task that, if completed, would make the rest of your day easier. Maybe it's finishing a work project, making a doctor's appointment, or meal planning for the week. Next is your housework task. Instead of trying to tackle everything, you focus on just one thing to keep your home running smoothly. Maybe it's doing one load of laundry from start to finish. Yes, that means actually putting it away, cleaning the kitchen, or decluttering one small area. Next is your connection task. This is about prioritizing relationships, whether with your spouse, your kids, a friend, or even yourself. It could be planning a quick coffee date, playing a game with your kids, having an intentional conversation with your partner, or just taking 10 minutes to read a book by yourself. By focusing on these 3 areas, you'll create momentum in your day without feeling like you have to do everything. Because when you focus on what actually matters, you'll end the day feeling accomplished instead of overwhelmed. Take a moment right now to print and fill out your daily priorities worksheet. It's available right where you're watching this slide. If you don't have it handy, at least take a second to identify your top 3 priorities. Writing them down does more than just keep you focused. It clears mental clutter, just like a brain dump. Getting thoughts out of your head and onto paper frees up space for higher level thinking, creativity, memory, decision making, and problem solving. The next step in the done in a day framework is time batching. Take the 3 priorities you've written down and schedule them into time blocks that align with your day's natural flow. This helps you work more efficiently and stay focused. Instead of trying to squeeze tasks in randomly throughout the day, time batching helps you work with the natural flow of your day. It's about structuring your tasks into flexible time blocks that adapt to the unpredictability of mom life. How it works is, rather than scheduling tasks down to the minute, break your day into broad time blocks and assign tasks based on what fits best during that window. So for instance, you could have a block of time before the kids wake up, if you happen to get up before your kids. And if you don't, no judgment, but if you do, then this is when you could get in anything that would require your focus and undivided attention. Things like reading a book, a work project, a major decision that you have to make that maybe requires some research first. Anything you have to plan, your planning for the day, preparing for the day, exercise, your self-care. The next block could be the time between when the kids wake up and lunchtime. During this time, you could do your housework task for the day, things like household chores or running errands. The next block of time is between lunch and dinner. And during this time, maybe your kiddos take a nap. So if you don't wake up before the kids do in the morning, then here's your chunk of time to get your focus work done. During this time, you're also prepping for dinner and doing some quick cleanup tasks like cleaning up after dinner and wiping down counters, for example. Now, the final time block falls between dinner and bedtime. Time to wind down, go through your evening routine, and get the kids ready for bed. It's also the perfect opportunity for a connection moment with your kids, your spouse, or even yourself. This could be reading a book together, saying prayers, having a meaningful conversation, taking a relaxing bath, or preparing for the next day. Or if you prefer a more flexible approach, at the start of the day or the night before, list your tasks and group them into these categories. Focus time during your kids' nap time or independent play. Work on the task that requires the most brain power. For example, making decisions or planning. Next is your housework power hour, which you can take on during your kids' meal times or screen time. During this time, you could unload the dishwasher, fold laundry, or wipe down counters while the kids eat or watch a show. Last is connection time, which, by the way, doesn't have to be last on your list. In fact, you can do this at the start of your day. During this time, spend 10 to 15 minutes of undistracted, quality time with your kids so you can enjoy the moment without worrying about your to-do list. Why this works? Instead of fighting against an unpredictable schedule, you work with it, giving yourself structure while staying flexible for whatever mom life throws your way. The final pillar of the Done in a Day framework is embracing the good enough rule, letting go of perfection and focusing on progress. Repeat this mantra: done is better than perfect. Striving for perfection often slows you down, leading to fewer results and less productivity. Take the photography class experiment from Atomic Habits as an example. A professor divided students into two groups. One group was graded on quantity. They simply had to take as many photos as possible. The other group was graded on quality. They had to submit just one perfect photo. By the end of the course, the quantity group not only had more photos, but also produced higher quality images. Why? Because they took action, practiced, and learned from their mistakes, while the perfectionists spent all their time overthinking. The same applies to your daily tasks. When you stop aiming for perfection, you'll feel less stressed, get more done, and improve over time. A half-folded pile of laundry better than a mountain of clothes untouched. A quick, nutritious meal beats stressing over the perfect recipe. Sending an imperfect email is better than agonizing over every word and never hitting send. Perfection is the enemy of progress. Give yourself permission to do things well enough and watch how much more you accomplish. Okay, so we've gone over the 1-minute brain dump hack, where you take 1 minute to essentially declutter your brain by getting everything in your head out and onto paper, freeing up valuable mental space for more important tasks. Then we went over the Done in a Day framework, which is a more flexible approach to managing tasks that trains your brain to choose and focus on 3 priority tasks for the day, schedule them in flexible time blocks that naturally go with the flow of your day, and then embracing the good enough rule, which says done is better than perfect. And again, this actually allows you to get more done and with less stress because you're not overthinking, waiting for the right time to do things, or obsessing over the need to be perfect. If things have to be perfect, you either never get started or you take longer than is necessary to do things. End of story. So now we will go over the last pillar of the 5-minute reset, which is the concept of the present switch. And this is a simple mindset shift that helps you turn off the mental clutter and actually enjoy your time with your kids without guilt or distraction. And you're going to flip the present switch in just 3 easy steps. Step 1, you're going to close the loops beforehand. Step 2, you're going to use a presence anchor. And step 3, you give yourself permission to be done for now. Now don't worry, I'm going to go over these steps in more detail in these next slides. So first things first. You're getting ready to connect with your child, and the goal is to be fully present. Now, to help ensure your presence, what you're going to do is you're going to close the loops. Your brain will want to remind you of things because it thinks you will forget. The solution? Do a quick mental unload before transitioning into mom mode. So what you're going to do is write down your lingering to-dos before playing with your kids, so your brain knows they're captured and won't be forgotten. Next, you're going to set a return time. Tell yourself, I'll get back to my list in 30 minutes. Giving your brain a timeline reassures it that you're not ignoring responsibilities, you're just pausing them. Why this works? When your brain trusts that your to-dos won't disappear, it stops nagging you about them. Okay, so step 2 of the present switch is to use a presence anchor. This is a small ritual or action that tells your brain, this moment matters. Pay attention. So you're basically creating a cue that informs your next actions. So number one is put your phone away. Put it across the room in a different room entirely, and or set it to do not disturb. Next, you could create a physical cue by taking a deep breath, looking your child in the eye and saying, I'm here with you. Use your 5 senses to pull you into the now. Feel your child's hands, listen to their laughter, or focus on their expressions, smell their hair. Again, why does this work? Your brain responds to cues. Giving it a small intentional signal helps it shift gears into full presence. Okay, so you've closed the loops, you've used a presence anchor to let your body and brain know you're switching gears. This moment is important and you want to be fully present. Now, give yourself permission to be done for now. Mom guilt loves to whisper, you should be doing more. But here's the truth, you're never really done as a mom. There will always be something else to do. Instead of aiming to finish everything, aim for enough. Try this. At the end of the day, ask yourself, did I show up for my kids today in a way that mattered? If the answer is yes, let that be enough. Remind yourself, your kids don't need a mom who's always caught up. They need a mom who's here. Why this works? When you redefine success, you stop chasing an impossible standard and start actually experiencing motherhood. Flipping the present switch doesn't mean you'll never think about your to-do list again. It just means you'll be able to pause the mental noise long enough to enjoy the moments that matter most. Because the truth is, you don't need more time. You just need to experience the time you already have. Your next step, print out the present checklist for a quick at-a-glance reminder of these next steps. You'll find it right where you're viewing this slide. This isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters in a way that feels manageable. You don't need to walk around stressed, overwhelmed, and beating yourself up thinking you're not doing enough or that you're not enough. That guilt-shame spiral, it's not helping. Think about it. How do you show up when you're feeling guilty for not doing enough? How do you respond when your kid is having a meltdown? Are you thinking clearly? Prioritizing effectively? Does anything actually get done faster? Probably not. Guilt drains your energy, leads to negative actions, and ultimately creates worse results. Instead, focus on 3 big priorities each day. That's it. It keeps things manageable, and most days you'll likely have the energy and time for more. But if life happens, as it always does, at least you can look back and see those 3 tasks checked off. That sense of accomplishment creates momentum to keep going. So much of motherhood is work that never truly feels done. Laundry, dishes, cleaning, it's all maintenance. But when you complete a task and can see the result, it's like a little reward for your brain. It signals, yes, this is finished. We can move on with a clean slate. It's the mental equivalent of closing tabs on your computer. Less clutter, more clarity, and the ability to focus on what's next. As we wrap up, I want to make sure you're set up for success moving forward. So step 1, print your 5-minute daily reset planner. You'll find it right where you're viewing this slide. This planner distills everything we've covered today into just 2 pages for you to fill out. I recommend printing 7 copies, 1 for each day of the week. Keep it somewhere visible and accessible, like your kitchen counter or nightstand, so it's easy to use. Step 2, make it a daily habit. To make this work, you need to decide ahead of time when you'll complete your planner. If you leave it up to chance, you're less likely to follow through. Here's why. Your brain is wired to seek pleasure, avoid pain, and conserve energy. If you tell yourself, I'll do it later, without setting a specific time, chances are something else will take priority, or you simply won't feel like doing it. And if your brain perceives something as complicated, it will look for the easiest escape. Hello, distractions. Habits begin with a cue, and two of the most effective cues are time and location. So choose a specific time to complete your planner and add it to your calendar. I suggest either the night before to set your intentions or first thing in the morning to start your day with clarity. Set a reminder on your phone or pair it with an existing habit like drinking coffee or eating breakfast to make it even easier to stick with. Step 3. Keep it simple and flexible. This isn't about perfection. It's about progress. If you miss a day, don't stress. Just pick up where you left off. The key is consistency, not perfection. And if you ever need a refresher or extra motivation, you can always revisit this course. All right, you've made it this far. You've got the foundation, the tools, and the mindset shifts to start making real progress. But if you're ready to take this to the next level and create a system that actually works for you, I've got something that will help. I want to introduce you to From Overwhelmed to On Top of It, a time management system for busy moms. This isn't just another productivity hack or one-size-fits-all approach. This is about creating a step-by-step plan that fits your life, your schedule, your family, your energy levels, so you can finally go from feeling scattered and stressed to feeling clear, confident, and in control. Imagine waking up knowing exactly what needs to be done, not in a way that overwhelms you, but in a way that actually frees you up to be more present, more productive, and less stressed. That's what this system is designed to do. So if you're ready to stop spinning your wheels and start making real, lasting changes, let's do this together. Now, I want to be completely transparent. This course is still in the works, but it's set to be ready by September 2025. And when it launches, you'll have 2 ways to dive in, depending on what level of support you're looking for. Option 1 is the self-paced course. This is perfect if you like to work at your own pace. You'll get full access to the From Overwhelmed to On Top of It time management course, a proven system designed specifically for busy moms to help you feel more in control and less overwhelmed. You can complete it whenever it works for you and implement the strategies at your own speed. Then option 2 is the 8-week private coaching experience. If you are looking for more personalized support and accountability, this option is for you. It's exclusive with only 5 spots available per round and includes everything in the self-paced course, which is a $197 value included for free, 8 weeks of private one-to-one coaching, which is 8 sessions valued at $1,200, and 24/7 text and email access to me for personalized support, guidance, and accountability. This is for the mom who wants real-time feedback, a customized plan, and someone in her corner every step of the way. So whether you prefer to go at your own pace or want hands-on coaching, there is an option for you. More details will be coming soon, so stay tuned. If you're ready for real transformation and want the private coaching experience, now is the time to secure your spot. Since this is an exclusive offer with only 5 spots per round, I'm opening up a wait list, and you can grab your spot with just a $50 deposit, which will be applied toward your total cost. This is your chance to get personalized support, accountability, and a step-by-step plan tailored to you. So don't wait. Click the link where you're viewing this slide and join the waitlist today. Congratulations, you made it to the end of the 5-minute reset, and that's something worth celebrating. You've invested 2 of your most valuable assets, your time and energy, And I don't take that lightly. I know you're here because, like me, you believe in investing in things that truly make life better. And I promise you, this simple reset has the power to do just that if you put it into action. So let's make it happen. Print out your worksheets, fill out your 5-minute reset planner, and start today. The simple act of doing it once will create the momentum to keep going. Trust me. Want to guarantee success? Don't do it alone. Share this training with a friend who could use it too, and ask them to be your accountability partner. A quick daily done text to each other can be the difference between another thing you tried and a habit that actually sticks. Your time is too precious to waste feeling overwhelmed. This reset is your way to take back control, one simple step at a time. Now go make it happen.